everyone, it's Jerusha. Today is Wednesday, November 1st, 2007. Yesterday I shared with you that I took out a bunch of my extensions that I put in April of this year, 2017. So like about 5 months ago. And I took out a bunch of those extensions within the last 3 weeks and was talking about my mixed feelings on it. I have some of those that I can show you here, the ones that I removed. Yeah, because I didn't destroy them. I didn't want to do that. I told somebody a while ago on here, told you guys, I think maybe it was someone asked me a question, what will I do when my dreads get longer? Will I remove the extensions that I put in? And I said I didn't want to waste them. So I might want someone else to be able to use them potentially again. Now that I told you how damaged they are. So some of the fattest ones are the ones that I removed first. They were way too fat. I think I might have even a month ago when I did a update for you, maybe more than a month ago now, I probably showed you these. So these are the fattest ones that I removed first, when I thought these would be the only ones I would remove. So yeah, these three are the first ones that I removed. But then I started to remove a few more. So I have saved these I removed. And I just kind of used the tail end of the Dreadlock's comb that is like a metal end, that I use that to start to tease it apart at the section where I could see that it was like joined, feel the part was joined. So that's how I removed them. And then by that, after I kind of teased that part apart, I did actually cut the hairs that I had wrapped around, basically sewn them in with hairs to my hair. I did trim those, but I didn't actually cut any of the dreadlock extension dreadlocks. So I think I removed a few more, but I can't find them right now. Something else, somebody asked me a question on a previous video, it was probably a while ago actually. They asked me, it was a video that they watched a while ago. They asked me why I decided to dreadlock the hair around my face that like at the very beginning when I got my dreadlocks, I had the hair from my ears forward all the way around, not dreaded, and that's called like dread fringe, in case you didn't know. People call that dread fringe, or your fringe. And I didn't want it dreadlocked at first. I talked about that at the beginning, and then I did decide to get it dreadlocked in September. So my dreads were about 3 or 4 months old when I did. It was because even though I don't have oily skin or oily hair or scalp, I was having a lot of trouble with, probably because I'm often putting my hands there to put it behind my ears, I was having a lot of trouble with that hair that wasn't dreaded getting a lot oilier faster, and dry shampoo wasn't cutting it. Not the kind of dry shampoo that's like a spray aerosol that's not for dreadlocks but for regular hair. That wasn't working, and neither was the Dreadlock's dry shampoo. I got the brown Dreadlock's one first, but it colors my face, because like my hair would get on my face and then it would like leave some brown marks. So it took me a while to realize I should just get the light colored one, which actually has no color in it whatsoever, the Dreadlock's, because my hair is light enough that it does not make my hair look weird to use this dry shampoo. I don't use it very much. I often now use it for my scalp when I want to kind of exfoliate my scalp, kind of. But so these did not help me with my dread fringe getting overly oily. So I did dread 3 dreads on this side, 3 dreads on this side. But then, I don't know, like about 3 months later, I took out the middle one. So that is now the only hair that's not dreaded on purpose, and it's because my hair is a lot finer and thinner right here in this section. I kind of have a widow's peak actually if you look at me from the top, and this has been the case even before I had dreadlocks. I looked at pictures of me where I was looking down, and you can see the hair right here and here is very transparent. So I do have kind of like a widow's peak in that way. So when I would pull my hair back and I had dread, this was a dread in here, when I pulled it back, it just looked really weird. It kind of separated it even more, and it just looked very, it stood out a lot. So this area does look a lot better without being dreaded. And when you see, you also will, this stuff right here isn't from that section, but it is from like in front of these two dreads here. The stuff that grows out from the front, I kind of just like it, feels more comfortable, doesn't tug on my scalp as much, to have that stuff loose and not integrated into the dreadlock. I think it kind of came out on its own, or you know, as it grew out, like the new hair grew out, it just, I didn't put it into the dreadlock, because I crochet. I maintain my roots in various ways. That'll be for a different video. I've also talked about it before, but it's always evolving, my maintenance of my dread roots. I did mention on my last video that I have recently realized that using the Dreadlock Tightening Spray by Dolly Locks is really good for my hair. Even though my hair is more mature, I thought that I didn't or shouldn't even put anything in except for shampooing my hair and maybe oil to moisturize, but I found that for various reasons this stuff works better. And when my dreads weren't as mature, I never really thought about spraying it on the scalp section, like specifically directing it at the scalp. I would mainly like spray it all over, because yeah, I don't know why. I guess because I know what it is. It's because I have straight fine hair, so I always just learned from so long ago, just don't put anything on my scalp. Don't put conditioner on my scalp. Don't put, you know, because my hair would just get flat if I sprayed anything on my scalp. So of product wise, that was before the dreadlocks. So I think that's why I was not specifically spraying towards the scalp when I got the stuff and the dreadlocks. But since my hair has gotten, my dreads are more than a year old, I have realized that it really helps my dreads to tighten, like to dread a lot better at the scalp by spraying this on, either when my hair is wet, damp, out of the shower, or before, or when it's more dry. And I've been spraying it on more often. I don't spray it on every day usually, but I have been making a point to do it. So this is the Dragon's Blood one, and you do have to really shake it up because it settles. There's some coconut oil emulsifier or something, coconut something, that I think is what's settling on the bottom, but it's got a lot of Hawaiian sea salt in it, but it also has moisturizing ingredients, so I never feel like my hair or my dreads are at all oily, or never, no matter how much I spray on. It gives my hair, my dreads, kind of a crunchiness to it, but that usually goes away the next day, and then I think it's absorbed in and actually makes my dreads feel softer on the outside, like fine soft merino wool, I've said before. So I think that the hardness, crunchiness is sort of probably from the Hawaiian sea salt part of it, but then the oils that are in here kind of absorb into the dreadlock and soften the hair in a good way. But also when I feel it at the roots, it just feels like matted, like starting about a little bit more than a 1/4 inch from the scalp. You don't really want it to go any closer than that. It's not healthy for your hair, and it wouldn't be comfortable when you're like laying down or anything, because your hair needs to be able to lay down in different directions. So it shouldn't be dreaded super close to the root, but it does start to dread. It starts to dread like closer than if I'm doing anything else. So I don't know what it is, but it's very helpful. Yeah, this one feels really good. This one right here. Now it doesn't mean that I don't need to, I probably still will need to be doing maintenance on some of the hairs that grow out between the sections, the shorter hairs, probably. But I do remember I didn't have to maintain my roots at all for the first 4 months. of having my dreadlocks, and I was using this every time. I was using this a lot. One of the other ones, it doesn't matter, they all work the same. So it's possible that I won't need to actually do any root maintenance, possibly, if I use this consistently. I'm not sure, but it is pretty exciting to have like the straight hair that I have and have my dreadlocks dreading from the roots very well. So that's all I have for you. Yeah, got a whole lot of stuff here that I was gonna maybe, who knows, use, but show you, but no, we've got too much already. Look at this. I have I love this because it's a thin flat mirror. Buy them at Fred Meyer in a different state because they don't have them at the one close to me. But this is about the 4th one I've gotten, and they break. I drop them on the floor, like I drop everything on the floor practically, except for my child. Never dropped him on the floor, thank goodness. But I drop everything else on the floor and breaks. So those of you who are watching who know me personally in real life, you will probably understand the irony of the broken mirror. I don't remember breaking a mirror 7 years ago, but you would think that I might have broken a significantly important mirror 7 years ago based on how my life has turned out. So yeah, I've broken about 4 of these in the last year. Slightly less than a year, actually. I've broken about 4 of these, maybe more. This one. So I'm not even getting another one because, well, I probably will if I go to that state again. But I'm just using it like this. So what I wanted to do is turn around a little bit. I'll show you. Have just the back up in a ponytail because I just put the stuff up in a ponytail that goes into a ponytail without it being painful, and so I leave the ones down here at my neck out because they hurt. They're more tender skin and they hurt more if I put them back in a ponytail. So yeah, I did this ponytail while I was driving because at some point it bothers me to have my hair hanging down behind me, so then I put it up in just one ponytail. Yeah. So I hope you can see. Okay. And I will take it down so you can see the back. There you go. I don't know. You can kind of see too, I guess, maybe you can see the ones that are shorter than the other ones because I took the extensions out. Not really sure if you could see that. Also, you might notice that I have increased my ear gauges up to 9/16 of an inch, which is a little bit more than half an inch, and I like this size. I think this is where it's going to stay. So I got 3 different pairs of ear jewelry for this size because I think this is where I'm going to leave it. All right, have a good day, and I will maybe upload more later.